Hello, I'm Johnny Rowland, your host of The Shooting Show. We certainly want to welcome you to today's program. Yes, friends, indeed, here we are again this week, thanks to all of you out there that care so much about our project, about what's going on in our country. You know, we had some good news here. It looks like that Clinton and the administration have rescinded or taken back this executive order 13083, and this is the executive order that nullifies the 10th Amendment. Now, these people put this forth, honestly, friends, to nullify the 10th Amendment. Those powers not specifically set out for the federal government shall be reserved to the states, and they want to take it all, friends. And that's all part of, you know, if the federal government has all power, they can usher us into the New World Order that much more easily. Also, Clinton, as of today, this is Thursday as we're taping this for the first broadcast on Sunday, Clinton's talking about now trying to make the Brady bill permanent. And you know, he may use an executive order and try and do this. I heard Sarah Brady on the radio earlier today, and she's talking about how much crime has been stopped because of the Brady bill. The 5-day waiting period on handguns. She was saying that, friends. And I tell you what, it makes me so angry. I tell you, I almost had to get up and turn the radio off because these people are such liars. That's what they are. They're such liars. Every time there has been a concealed carry law passed where the honest citizen could carry a firearm concealed about their person when they left home, went out in public, every time, without exception, crime has always dropped, without exception. And these people are lying about this. You know, out of all those thousands of Brady bill rejections, you know what a lot of them were? Outstanding parking tickets, stuff like that. And here they're saying how much crime has stopped. You know how many people have been prosecuted for trying to buy a gun and they wouldn't pass a Brady bill? How about four? 4 people out of who knows how many that the Brady bill has stopped temporarily. And you know, coming this fall, the next check is coming, National Instant Check deal, and it is a deal right now. Our good friend, Senator Bob Smith, has gotten it passed through the Senate so the FBI cannot keep records. But see, that's going to be on shotguns, going to be on handguns, going to be on inline black powder guns, anything at all, rifles that goes bang, that looks or like a modern gun. Tell you what, friends, and if your information's wrong in the computer, well, you may be denied. For all we know, Clinton may try and give a blanket denial. Nobody really knows. Now, at this time, those of us who've been getting Brady bill checks have been getting this at the local level. When it goes to the federal level coming up this fall, the end of November, it's going to go to the federal level, and who knows not just what information may be in your file, but what erroneous information. Have you ever had a mistake on your credit card bill? Have you ever had a mistake on your phone bill due to computer error? Have you ever been confused with someone else with a similar name to yours? Think about it, friends. Think about it. It's happened to all of us. Have you ever had a computer error in your checking account? Think about it. Most of us have. And do you think that the federal government, which can't even get a reliable computer service for the IRS, even them, they can't get a reliable computer service, you think the record is going to be accurate? Most of us have nothing to fear as far as anything bad being on our record. But you know what? It has nothing to do with what we may or may not have done. It's what may be on those records. So this is very disturbing. I'll tell you what, friends, if you want one of these fine Kimber handguns, and realize this is the Shooting Show gun, these are $6.99 for the compact and the full-size model. And of course the rosewood grips are a little extra, and we have them in stainless steel if you'd like to have them. But I'll tell you what, if I was concerned about it at all, I'd go ahead and order. And if you're an FFL holder out there, we can wholesale you any of the Kimber line. If someone would like to have a Kimber, buy it through the program here, we can ship it to your dealer. These Shooting Show guns are very special, certainly very special to us, and every dime that we make and profit on these guns goes toward keeping us on the air. I'll tell you what, friends, we have a great show for you today, and we want to thank everyone who has helped. And I'll tell you, we have to keep it up because our programming project, we could actually launch Senator Smith's presidential campaign. We could actually do it right here on the program. So please, if you can, if you will, please help us stay on the air because we're going to try. Doggone it, we're going to support the political candidates who will help us and listen to us, the gun owner, and us, the normal citizen, we're going to do it. We have to stay on the air to do it. Friends, if you can help the shooting show stay on the air, if we can stay on the air, we can reach more people with our message of truth about guns and about why we as Americans have guns. If you can help us, please send whatever contribution you can to the shooting show, 327 Irvin Rowland Road in Dubberly, Louisiana. That zip code is 71024. Because that's how we're here today, friends, because of your support. This is, I guess we're a sort of public TV, not certainly not what comes out of Washington, but we're trying to educate the public, because you know what? If more people find out just what guns are and how they work and how they should be properly treated, you know what? They're going to vote with us the next time. We got to get these women involved. We have got to get more people on our side. And television, and of course our program is the only uncensored program even remotely talking about guns that there is on the airwaves. So friends, if you can help us. I want to show you something here. It's very exciting to me. You know, we talk about shotguns on the program, and I have often said that shotguns are the ultimate weapons system. And for, like Heather showed on last week's program, it may be a little difficult going around in your home, but for most purposes, a shotgun is actually without peer. The FBI is now rediscovering shotguns. They've had those submachine guns for a while, and I know there are folks that like submachine guns, but I tell you what, friends, a subgun cannot. It's just not the same thing. So if you're interested in home protection, or if you're a police officer, you ought to take a hard look at shotguns. In the past, we have always recommended the slide action or pump shotguns for reliability's sake. Well, this is the Mossberg jungle gun. This is the 9200A1 Mossberg. And I tell you what, friends, you know, Mossberg had to win me over. For years ago, they've always made a sort of a budget-priced but reliable shotgun as far as I know, but nobody thought that much about Mossbergs because they were sort of budget-priced, and they were nice enough guns. They weren't expensive guns as far as their fit and finish, but they always seemed to work reliably. Well, I tell you what, and I may be going out on a little limb for this, but I don't think I am. This 9200A1 may be the most rugged, most reliable, big word there, because that's the first thing we look for in any firearm is reliability. The only semi-automatic handgun I will actually carry is this Kimber 45 because it's reliable. First of all, it's reliable. And of course, second of all, super accurate, great gun. But that's the gripe I've always had. And we've had Benellis, we've had Remingtons, we've had all kinds of Brownings, nice shotguns. And for hunting, I guess some of them are just fine. But we have not seen in any of them, and yet I am including the Benelli Super 90, and they're nice guns, and they work most of the time. But the experience we've had is there really hasn't been a defensive shotgun that I would bet my life on, my existence, maybe until now. And this 9200A1, or the jungle gun, may be the most reliable semi-automatic shotgun anybody has ever built. And the good news is they're affordable. You can buy these guns. This is a high-performance version of the Mossberg 9200. And those of you know that Mossberg's never spent 10 cents with us here on the program, but we review products honestly. And we're pretty excited about this. And of course, throughout today, it's a light rain. And we're thankful for some rain here in Louisiana. We've had such a drought here, but hopefully we can get our piece taped today. I have put a Choate extension. Choate makes extensions that take these guns out to 10 rounds total capacity. This is a 7-round total capacity, 6 in the magazine, 1 in the chamber. These guns come with a 4-round capacity in the magazine with 1 in the chamber, 5-shot from the factory. But Choate, there in Arkansas, we'll try and get their phone number for you a little bit later, is making magazine extension tubes, and it's just great because it gives you a lot of firepower without having to reload. And if you're a police officer or a homeowner, certainly I think 5 or 6 shots in a handgun is fine, but the shotgun in a police type situation, it might be able to use a couple of more shots. And of course, shotguns are slower to load, except with speed loaders, because of the way they make, you have to load them one at a time. You can load a handgun, a magazine change instantaneously, or with speed loaders very quickly, but a shotgun takes a little longer, so I don't mind the longer magazine tubes on the shotguns. Well, let's start today's program. We've got a water bottle out here at 100 yards, and all we have is bead sights. The reason this gun's called the jungle gun is, as I understand it, it was part of a military approach to having a reliable semi-automatic shotgun for use by the DEA in some of the jungle exercises they do in Central and South America. Also, to me, it would be a tremendous idea for security around aircraft or on submarines, whichever, where you don't need high penetration, but you need very effective stopping power. And I'll tell you what, friends, these guns, unlike the regular 9200s, these guns won't be for everybody, because they're designed, the way the mechanism is made, they're designed to be used with the high performance buckshot, slugs, heavy, high brass type loads. That's what they're designed for, because the mechanism has a super strong spring. But I tell you what, it works. Well, we'll show you in just a moment. Well, let's, even if with our bead front sight here, let's see if I can hit that water bottle out there at 100 yards from the top of the hill here today. And you know me, friends, put our safety on here, just for fun, since we're here. I'll tell you what, that's not that hard to do, just using these bead sights. Let's move out to our disc over here at 200 yards, just for fun, since we're here. Because this thing has sure surprised me. I'm thinking it'll maybe surprise you too. Yeah, old slug makes it swing pretty good, friends. Like I said, trust me, I'm as shocked as anybody else on the performance of this gun.
Stay tuned for more of the Shootin' Show after these important messages.
The Shootin' Show will be right back after this break for your local cable company or TV station.
Friends, here it is, the great Georgia Arms ammunition. Notice these ballistic tip nozzler bullets in this Georgia Arms ammunition. You see, this is equivalent to a box of 20 for only $7.95. Now, friends, that is a terrific price for essentially custom-loaded ammunition. Of course, for the plain full metal jacket, it is much less expensive. Here's another tremendous bag of Georgia Arms ammunition, 7mm Remington Magnum, 20 rounds, only $17.95, loaded with these premium Nosler ballistic tips. I tell you, this is custom ammunition at a discount price. Hey, what, friends, the good people at Georgia Arms do understand what's going on in this country. They understand how important our gun rights are, and they're supporting us on this project. The good news is you can get absolutely superior ammunition at discount prices, whether you have a handgun or a rifle. If you want to take that big hunt, you can afford to practice with your rifle as well as use that same ammunition on the hunt because they are so reasonably priced. These are some of the nicest people we have ever met in this business, bar none, and they're down in beautiful Villa Rica, Georgia. So please, friends, if you would, you can get a free catalog with a free phone call. That's as good as the deal gets. A free catalog, free phone call, 1-800-624-6861. Again, Georgia Arms, 1-800-624-6861. And please tell them you saw it here on our shooting show.
Now, friends, I want to remind you that Georgia Arms has now the 45 double-action Colt. That's our invention of the classic Colt cartridge with the Schofield rim. It has a slightly larger rim than the original Colt cartridge. It makes it much better in the double-action revolvers. It makes it extract much better from the rifles and also the Schofield revolvers. And plus, it comes out of the sizing die much better or much easier than the old classic Colt cartridge. So, friends, they have these in stock now in loaded cowboy ammo. Of course, they have brass. They will sell you for all kinds of hand-loading propositions. In addition to their tremendous stock they already have, we really appreciate Georgia Arms adding this great 45 double-action Colt cartridge to their lineup. Friends, give them a call today, 1-800-624-6861. Free phone call, free catalog. That's as good a deal as we can get. And please tell them that you saw it here on our program.
Now, friends, Heather's holding the jungle gun here, the 9200A1, and of course the 9200 would be for most hunters and people like that who just want to use a variety of loads and shotguns. And the A1 model here, or the jungle gun, is really sort of the Ferrari or Corvette of the Mossberg line because it is a really high performance shotgun. You can see we have the composition stock, have a very nice recoil pad on the gun, and of course has the safety on top, and it will clue in here. Unlike many of the standard Mossbergs, it has a metal trigger guard and a metal safety, whereas those parts are plastic on the standard Mossbergs. I suppose that's for the military specification. And here you have the bolt release there on the side, and of course that's you mash that and you can depress the elevator and load the gun. Of course, you've got the composition fore end here, and it has an 18.5-inch barrel. Now, I went ahead and put the Choate magazine extension tube. It comes, of course, with a 4-round capacity in the magazine, but I have worked with a lot of the Choate products, and I tell you, the only modification I had to make, I had to cut a few coils off the spring that came with the magazine kit because it was just a little too much pressure, but certainly that is something any one of us could do. Of course, you have a bead front sight, but I tell you what, friends, as you saw, you can still hit stuff way out there even with the bead front sight if you work with the gun a little bit. Now, friends, in comparison, you know, this is my 590, and the current military or slide action pump shotgun. Of course, I've got this great Van Comp barrel on my personal 590, compliments of Van Comp Systems out in California, and I think that would be a tremendous addition to the jungle gun, is having a Van Comp barrel, because one, it would extend the capabilities even further, and Hans Vang is doing his process on these 9200A1s, and of course the reports are just terrific. But of course we don't have one today, but you'll notice it's very similar to the 590. The 590 here has a slightly longer barrel. Mine does, a 20-inch barrel, I believe, and has another round or so magazine capacity, but you'll see this same matte type finish, very durable, very rugged. And of course I put the brace here on the magazine tube. I got that, came with the Choate package. Of course the 590 comes with it. A lot of police agencies like the 5-round capacity, or 4-round here is shorter. It does handle well. The extra weight out here really doesn't bother me. Of course I'm a little bit of a larger person, and it really doesn't bother me, but a lot of people like the handling qualities with less weight stuck out here. I don't particularly see that as a problem. But the most impressive thing to me is when you take the gun down, it has a steel O-ring. and some of the other manufacturers were hurrying because it may start raining any minute. Some of the other manufacturers, including even some of the other Mossberg semi-automatics, have some rubber O-rings here in the gas system, and I'll tell you what, if it's going to work, I bet you the Mossberg will. But on the jungle gun here, the high-performance gun, just like a race car, it's all steel in there. Great spring. What happens is gas is bled off after the gun fires. The shot charge travels down the barrel. You have a little hole here in the barrel to bleed gas off, and that's what works the action, is that momentary high pressure of the gas system. And what that has the effect of, it changes the recoil sensation. Instead of a boom you get with a manually operated gun, you get more of a push rather than a quick rap on the shoulder. So it definitely has less recoil than what we're used to. Well, let's go ahead and load the gun with, well, let's see, we've got some buckshot here. I'm shooting, among other things today, the Federal Tactical Buckshot. And this is a lower recoil buckshot from Federal, and it tends to group really well for most of us that have tried it. It's really a super round. Of course, here we just press the button here on the side and load it. We're just going to load 3. And I've already loaded 3 in my Model 590 here. And we have our Pro timer. Let's just see in rapid fire the difference in rapid fire. We've got our stationary target out here off camera. So let's do that now. It will start me randomly. Have our delay on, just put it on my belt here. And let's see what happens. For 3 shots, let's compare. And I certainly pretend to be not a shotgun master, or for that matter, master of any sort of gun, but I think I'm competent. And about like a lot of you out there and a lot of police officers that periodically shoot their shotguns. So we'll go ahead and load the gun. Again, shooting the Federal Tactical Buckshot. And we're going to run, on the timer, we're going to run 3 shots as quickly as I can this afternoon. And let's compare the times. Okay. Hit the start button. In position. Safety off. Okay, that was 3 shots in 1.07 seconds. Here we go, when we're unloaded here, we know we are. And it's starting to rain. Well, let's try the same drill with our jungle gun. 3 shots, 1.7 seconds, which is pretty fast for me. Let's see, well, the first shot was 35 hundredths. The second shot was 76 hundredths, so it took me about 4/10 of a second. And the third shot was 31 hundredths of a second. So I was about an average of about 35 hundredths of a second between shots with the slide action. Let's try the jungle gun, same ammunition. Remember, 1.07 seconds, counting my reaction time, for 3 shots. Let's see what the jungle gun does. Well, 3 shots, 69 hundredths of a second. So see, friends, and let's see what my splits were here. Between splits are the time or intervals, and we know this gun's empty. We can see the magazine follower. Intervals between shots, let's see. First shot was at 34 hundredths, almost the same reaction time for both guns. That's just how slow or how fast I am this afternoon. Second shot was 52 hundredths, so 18 hundredths of a second between the first and second shot. Let's go to 3. The third shot between number 2 and 3 was 17 hundredths of a second. And I'll tell you what, friends, that's as fast as my finger will move. I can't shoot this 1911 faster than that. So we're seeing between shots about half the time. 17 and 17 is 34 hundredths, so just fantastic speed. We had a Benelli on the program a while back, and they're famous. Benellis and Berettas are recoil operated for speed. They don't go faster than that, friends. If I appear excited, I am, because This is such a neat discovery in our modern times here of regulation and all sorts of problems getting certain types of guns. You can still buy what looks like it's going to be the best one anybody's ever had. My friend, something I will show you. Now, Mossberg has elected to push the slide or bolt release button here in order to lower the elevator. And yes, I've got a choke magazine follower in the gun so you can see when it's empty. They have elected to, whenever you want to push the elevator down, this is called the elevator, to mash the button. Now, some of the competition shooters who load these things with speed loaders are not going to like that feature. So, and this may be just one of the absolute, maybe the best competition shotgun anybody's ever had. So Mossberg, I talked to their engineering staff this past week, and they're working on a modification which will free up the elevator here, where you won't have to have your thumb on the bolt release here in order to load it. So you can load it sort of like our regular Mossberg here, our 590, with just putting shells in regardless of your hand position. But I tell you what, this thing is a horse. Now, friends, we're going to have this Mossberg with us for a little while, and so we will be running some, shall we say, more extensive tests, but we want to run some, if we can do it here before the rain. And like I said, we're so appreciative of having the rain, but it's a little bit dark on your screen probably now. Of course, the good news is this would be a little more likely a scenario for a police officer or even a homeowner to have to use their gun. So I really don't mind shooting in low light that much, or lower light, as we have down here this afternoon. We're going to start off with the 41 Magnum Smith & Wesson Model 57. We have 5 targets. We have set up 4 paper targets, and of course we have our steel disc over here. And yes, we always wear eye protection anytime we shoot here on the range, and especially, let me underline this part, when we shoot any sort of steel target, because there's always a possibility that you could get some a bullet fragment or something. It won't hurt you necessarily if it hits you somewhere on your arm or your leg or somewhere, but if it hits you in the eye, it would definitely ruin your day. So anyways, just no need in it. Well, let's go ahead and get started. We have our timer, and that's what we want to do is show some times. 5-shot drill here on 5 targets as rapidly as I can go this afternoon. And of course, we won't have good hits too. So let's do that. Let's do it right now, in fact. Got our timer on, and I shoot this Model 57, and my glasses are fogging up a little bit, about as rapidly or fast as I do anything. So we feel like this is a fair comparison for a handgun as far as times go. Let's see what it looks like this afternoon. Go ahead and punch the timer, get in position here, and I'll go on the beat from the low ready position. Okay, and my hits are pretty good. Let's see, 2.42 seconds, 2.42. Good hit here and there, good, okay. I'll accept that. So let's remember that number, and we won't worry about taping our targets because there won't be any problem identifying our shotgun hits from the handgun hits. We're empty here. We'll go ahead and set the handgun down. And yes, that is a full charge. That wasn't our defensive load. That was a full charge 41 Magnum. Now then, let's try our pump shotgun. Same drill, chamber loaded. Start from low ready and realize 2.42 seconds for the handgun. In fact, we'll even write that down somewhere so we can remember it. Okay, with pretty good hits. All right, let's try the same drill, shooting tactical buckshot. Of course, here we have our Van Comp barrel, which will certainly help the time somewhat for our pump gun. Well, let's see what we got here. Go ahead and punch the timer. Load our gun. Okay, we have good hits. 2.38 seconds for our pump gun. Of course, always being careful to watch where our muzzle goes. My friends, I just marked down 2.38 seconds for our pump gun. And you'll notice, as I keep saying, at the closer ranges, that shot patterns, they have to be aimed, regardless of what kind of shotgun it is, because that shot pattern is still holding together very closely at the close range. Another good hit over here, same thing. And of course, you will see some holes in the more distant targets of where the wad went through. But pretty good performance. See, I was actually quicker than with the handgun, 2.38 versus 2.42. Well, let's try the jungle gun. Tell you what, friends, we're going to try it. Hurry. It has started to rain. Of course, it shouldn't bother these guns, but we certainly will oil them when we get back in the shop anyway. Okay, 5 shots from the jungle gun. Let's give it a shot. Our pump action was 2.38 with all good hits. Let's see what the jungle gun does. Of course, it's designed to work in rainy temperatures like here, rainy conditions like here in Louisiana. Let's see what it's going to do. And we'll do that. Oh, I wasn't ready to start. Let's go ahead and do it again. Okay, and good hits. 2 seconds even. And of course, it's told us it's empty now. We'll go ahead and close the action on our 590. Tell you what, friends, it's raining. Our hits are good, faster than anything I have ever used. The jungle gun from Mossberg, don't delay. I'd call my dealer tomorrow. My goodness, this may be the best there is.
Stay tuned for more of the Shootin' Show after these important messages.
The Shootin' Show will be right back after this break for your local cable company or TV station.
Tell you what, friends, our Kimber works rain or shine. Remember, this is our shooting show gun, and of course it's in the matte finish blued steel, and I've treated it with fluid film, so I really don't have to worry about it rusting. I will wipe the rain off of it when I get back inside, but I tell you what, these are fantastic guns. We have them, of course, this is a full-size model. We have it in full size and compact. We have stainless steel available. These are the rosewood grips. We have standard rubber grips available with the gun. These are slightly extra cost, but these guns are retailing for $6.99. Of course, we're authorized to sell the entire Kimber lineup. Got our water bottle down here to 100 yards in the rain now. Works just like that. the great Kimber guns. Give us a call here at the Shooting Show, or send us, if you're a dealer, send us an FFL, and we can send you a wholesale price list out. You can get anything Kimber makes through us here at the program. The Shooting Show, 327 Irvin Rowland Road in Beverly, Louisiana. Zip code 71024. Our phone number 318-377-5189. Yeah, I will wipe it down with fluid film. But these things are so great to shoot, it's even fun on a rainy day.
All right, here's the story. Thank y'all for coming out. Again, as always, we're here as guests of the Clarks and Micklets, so please try to leave the range better than you found it. This is an IDPA match, which basically the difference between IDPA and IPSC is they're both games, they're both fun. IDPA, if there's cover available, you got to use it. In IDPA, if the stage calls for one shot and then re-engage, you get one shot on, say, 3 targets, and then re-engage the targets with one shot each, that means that you can't double tap them. So you can't go bang, 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 bang. You got to go bang, 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 bang. Or
but only use your gun, don't make the noise.
Right, right. Don't make a lot of noise with that. This is an IDPA target. It's scored in time. We score this using a Vickers count, which means that for every point that you're down, you get a half a second added to your raw time. If you have a procedural, that's 3 seconds. If you do something that's totally gamey and designed to get over on the rules, you are susceptible to a 20-second failure to do right. I don't know that we're going to have anyone that fall into that category, but that's the way we play. We run a cold range, which means that there's no ammo in the guns until you're instructed to put it in it. The hammer's down on an empty chamber. The gun stays holstered all the time until you're instructed to retrieve it and charge it and do whatever you need to do. We'll break into 2 squads. One squad's going to start down here in the corner with me. That'll be Phil, Tab, Brent, Lou, and Mike. The other squad will go with the little short guy right here. And that'll be Steve Dennis also. So the Air Force guys will go with them, plus I don't know who else was on your list.
That's your shield?
Yeah.
Mike is checking that.
Among other things.
Okay, you start behind either vision barrier. I don't care which one. I don't care where you start behind it. It's strictly up to you. You have the trash can lid in both hands. The scenario is you've gone out to empty your trash can. You're around the garage of your house. Some guys approach and it looks like they're going to try to take over your house, okay? So you engage around either end of either barricade. You engage these 3 targets. Now you need to engage them as they become visible. If you step around here and shoot this guy and haven't engaged this guy yet, you'll get yourself a 3-second procedural because this guy could get you, okay? After engaging those 3, before you leave cover, you need to do a tactical reload, which means that you save your old magazine. As you're coming across here, you can either stop here at the corner and engage these 3 targets before you leave cover, or you can come across and on the move engage these 3 targets. At that point, you should shoot your gun dry, whether you put a reload in it with 5 rounds or whether you put a reload in it that had 8 rounds. You've got to shoot the gun dry to slide lock. You do a slide lock reload. You come around to this and engage the remaining 3 targets in tactical order.
No tactical engagement here?
Yeah, sure, always. If you step out If you step out and expose yourself totally to this guy,
Okay.
and engage this guy first, that is you have disobeyed a tactical rule.
Well, can you engage from here and then
Sure.
just?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. The thing is, that if you can see the guy, he can
Right,
see you,
right,
and
okay.
you should engage him first.
So you could just.
I mean, really, if you step out from behind here,
Yeah.
and you shoot this guy just wasted you.
Right, I got it, but I'm not concerned with all that.
Okay, friends, we're going to be able to start from either side that the competitor prefers.
Okay.
And our first competitor is using a revolver.
Any questions? You may load and make ready.
Of course, safety is a first consideration here.
So the test, don't jerk.
I'd be glad to help you in the score, but as much as I screwed it up last week with Mike guy, I raised his frustration level a little bit.
It wasn't messed up very bad. Well, I can,
Live and
You will
learn.
be behind the cover.
but I can step out here after.
If you engage this guy
Yeah, I'm gonna
first,
get that guy first.
if you step out and engage this guy first,
No.
and okay,
No, I'm gonna
you
go
can
that
step. Yeah, you want to expose as little of yourself as possible. You hold that however you want to. You just got it in both hands.
Okay.
You want to give me a string of those? Sure.
Are you ready? Stand by.
We're just going to make a reload here. When you're nervous, that's why we need to practice, friends.
Push.
Remember, got to engage the first target in sight.
I think Jerry started out that way.
All right.
All right, he's
All
saying
right.
his gun's
Line
clear.
is clear. 4257.
Have a shooter here what looks to be a 1911 magazine funnel. Pads on his magazines.
Yeah, I see. This is mine. I made sure
Get a little glitch in the camera. They had a bee flying next to me. Okay.
Far behind here,
Doesn't
Mike.
matter as long as you're behind it.
I've got the holster in for it.
Here we go.
looking at it.
Speed, the Galco Speed Master.
Are you ready? Stand by.
Tactical reload here. Always slide lock. Drop his magazine.
Be okay with
Drew, show me clear. Slide down, hammer down, holster. Line is clear. 2379. Doesn't matter.
A really good scenario for learning to handle your gun properly and think while you're shooting.
Are you ready? Stand by.
Tactical reload. Slide lock.
You're through, show me clear. Slide down, hammer down, holster. Line is clear. 1674.
And good shooting.
Stay tuned for more of the Shootin' Show after these important messages.
The Shootin' Show will be right back after this break for your local cable company or TV station.
Now friends, here it is. This is the great 1919 Browning converted to semi-automatic from the good people at NWI. This is your chance to own a real piece of history. They're very collectible. They're also a lot of fun to own and shoot, and very reasonably priced, certainly for what you get. The 1919 Browning is from NWI. That phone number, area 503-429-5001. They also have the ammunition special still going on. 30-06 ammunition, only 18 cents a round, surplus in the belt. So give them a call today. NWI for the great 1919 Browning conversion. Also remember they have the A6 conversion with the shoulder stock and the bipod, but these are tremendous pieces of history, also great shooters. So give them a call today, the 1919 Browning from NWI, area 503-429-5001.
And friends, I want to remind you that Tim now has a few 50 Browning versions of the machine guns converted to semi-automatic available. These will be very few. And of course, you can still buy the 1919 Browning, the A4 and A6 models at this time. Nobody knows what's ahead for guns like this, but if you've ever wanted to have a real piece of history, a real machine gun that has been converted to legal, anyone can own who is can own a semi-automatic rifle, you certainly can have one of these great guns from NWI. Give them a call, area 503-429-5001. Please tell them you heard it here on our program. Now, friends, let's go back to Clark Custom Guns, their range there, and see a little bit more of this IDPA match. International Defensive Pistol Association is what IDPA stands for. Of course, the squad I was actually taping were some very fine shooters. I appreciate their cooperation with us. In this next scenario, the shooter starts with a knife. He must stab the target, then reach down, get the gun, shoot each target twice. It's very fast, and certainly I think you'll find it entertaining.
Are you ready? Stand by!
Yeah, oh yeah.
You're through, show me clear. Slide down, hammer down, holster.
With the thrust is the fast.
4, 8, 3.
That's not really a good cutting technique.
The other hand's up to protect your face when you're ready. Are you ready? Stand by!
Good time.
Show me clear. Slide down, hammer down, holster. Somebody shoot your line is clear. You did. 3, 9, 4. Are you ready? Stand by.
Good. Good time.
Quick.
Quick.
Slide down, hammer down, holster. 303. Tap.
Got Johnny rolling on deck.
Probably gonna agree.
Hammer. Are you ready? Stand by. All right, slide down.
Well, friends, we hope you're enjoying our program today. As we had said earlier, and I tell you what, yes, I have wiped the Kimber down with fluid film, I'd like to add, because certainly the fluid film will take blued steel and almost make it into stainless, but these are such tremendous guns. As we have said, this is the finest 1911 on production line that I'm aware of from anywhere, from any country. Certainly here in the United States, it is absolutely the very best. You can buy one of the Shooting Show Johnny Rowlands signature models. This is a full-size model. We also have the compact. They're retailing for $699. Now, the rosewood grips are about $30 extra, and stainless is some extra also, but these are terrific guns. All the Shooting Show guns that you order through us, I will have personally tested, personally shot. They will be delivered with a signed target by me. So just to double check, these guns are good when they come from the factory, but our Shooting Show guns I will personally check out and take down and check. So something that if you'd like to show your support of the Shooting Show, well, you can certainly own one of our fine Kimbers. Remember that when the next check comes about this fall, a lot of us may have difficulty buying guns for no reason at all, because nobody really knows what information may or may not be in the government files. Who the heck knows, friends? We are indeed very pleased to be here today because it has been such a struggle to stay on, and enough of you out there have cared about our project to help support us. So, speaking of support, our good friend Bill Lewis, one of the things he does, Bill's quite an entrepreneur, he is selling premium vinyl siding and vinyl windows, window systems for people's homes. And I tell you what, friends, this has a lifetime warranty, and Bill's trying to help. And what we're going to do, this is an experimental offer here because we really don't know what's going to happen. But Bill's located in Ackworth, Georgia, which is just north of Atlanta. And he can sell and install these vinyl siding packages and vinyl windows on people's homes within around a 100-mile radius of Atlanta. We have a lot of viewers down in Georgia, and I tell you what, friends, if you'll take a look at the picture we're going to show you now, look what vinyl siding. You can take a house like this and turn it into a house that looks like this on your screen there. It's just fantastic what a great vinyl siding job can do for your home. And also they have these just wonderful windows that are easy to clean, easy to maintain, certainly energy savers. And the good news about the VinylTech, that's Bill's company, VinylTech, package here is it is premium vinyl siding, lifetime guarantee. You even sell your home, you can transfer the warranty to the new buyer. It is fantastic, the offer here. And it is thousands of dollars less expensive. They've cut out a middleman here from one of the well-known companies that everyone would know if I said it here on the air. Literally thousands of dollars less expensive. Like I said, they've cut out a middleman. So if you would, give VinylTech a call, our good friend Bill Lewis, and if he's able to sell a package or two to our viewers, we're going to get a commission on sales here for the shooting show. So friends, if you have remotely thought about putting vinyl siding on your home, or if you need new windows, which a lot of homes do, especially older homes, could really use new energy efficient windows, well, please give Bill a call now. Like I said, for any sales, he's going to give us a commission on this, and we really do appreciate it. Let me give you the number for VinylTech, our good friend Bill Lewis. That number is area 770-529-2829. Let me give you that number again. If you're within 100 miles or so of Atlanta, please give our friend Bill a call at area 770-529-2829. And one, it could be doing yourselves a great service because, again, saving literally thousands of dollars on the cost of vinyl siding and these great vinyl windows. So that's something that we like. It's an experiment. We don't know what kind of a reaction we'll get, but I tell you what, if Bill Lewis is doing it, it is worthwhile because Bill's one of the finest people we know. Okay, friends, we have a number of things to talk about on today's program. Remember last week we mentioned about Executive Order 13083. This is where Bill Clinton has tried to take away the 10th Amendment. What the real scary part is, if he can nullify the 10th Amendment, if he can get away with it, what's to stop him from nullifying or taking away the Second Amendment, or maybe the First Amendment, freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of the press? What is to stop him? There's nothing. So you know what? Enough of us around the country, enough of us raised enough Cain with our representatives, and it has caused them to either withdraw it or rescind it because the House of Representatives is going to stop it. So see, friends, we can get some stuff done. Just like Senator Bob Smith even had to overcome the efforts of the NRA in trying to derail his bill in the Senate to stop the FBI from retaining our firearms records after November, to stop the money they want to charge, the fee they want to charge for doing it. And one man in the Senate made a huge difference. So let me tell you what, friends, we've talked to Senator Smith's office, and he is willing and anxious to make an appearance here on our shooting show. Now, you tell me another certified United States Senator that will even give us as gun owners the time of day. Now think about it, friends.
This man, we hope he decides to run for president, because what we can do right here on the program is launch his presidential campaign. But you know what, friends? We have to stay on the air to do it. Please, if you can help the Shooting Show stay on the air, whatever it takes, friends, please, whatever you can send, if you can contribute to keep our Shooting Show on the air, please send to the Shooting Show, 327 Irvin Rowland Road at Dubberly, Louisiana. The zip code is 71024. Our phone number, area 318-377-5189. Because you know what? That's how we're here today, because of your contribution. I do want to recognize our support group. We have our good friend Dennis Crocker there in South Carolina, a firearms trainer and all-around nice guy. His number is area 864-587-8722. We have Custom Leather Work and Saddlery, doing all kinds of leather work in Denham Springs, Louisiana. Our good friends Dennis and Jeannie Ritchie. Their number is area 504-667-9225. Camouflage Technologies. They paint gun stocks with all sorts of remarkable patterns. Their number is area 909-674-6488. And of course, Clark Custom Guns. We were out on their range earlier doing the IDPA shooting, all kinds of work on revolvers, semi-automatic pistols, and Ruger 22 rifles. Their number is area 318-949-9884. Incidentally, going to be a three-gun match, a national match at Clark's, the 27th through the 30th of August. If any of you would like to attend and watch, it's going to be a great national three-gun match. So we want to mention Flying Horse Galleries there. Great artwork on the web. You can find them at www.flyinghorse.net. And our friend Bruce Warren with BC Armory at area 616-729-5508. And Bruce does all kinds of work on revolvers and semi-automatic pistols. Now, friends, want to remind you to listen to our radio show on the American Freedom Network, and you can find them at SpaceNet 4, Channel 19, 5.82 audio. And please remember our gospel show on Sunday morning, very important program for us. In fact, our gospel show saved the entire project. You can find us on Telstar 4, Channel 23, from 10 to 10:30 Eastern Time there on Sunday morning. Friends, we are trying to stay on the air, and honestly, a lot of companies are afraid because we do make political statements. But you know what, friends? Somebody has got to tell the truth. That's why we're here. That's why it's difficult, because we'll settle for nothing less than the truth. If you can help the Shooting Show stay on the air, please, we need your help, because it is very, very difficult. Friends, again, thank you so much for being with us today, and we look forward to seeing you on the next program.
Just want to collect my thoughts here a second.
Lou?
Shooter ready? Stand by. Stand by, Mike. Hit the review.
It's instant.
If you push the right button.
Yeah.
Shooter ready. Stand by.